Hi, everyone. Hello. Hi, out there and social media land. It is Friday. Yes, it is Friday. Well, for me, it is Friday. For you, it might be Saturday. So I want to say good evening, good morning, good night, all the good things. Just say good life greetings to you out there. Yes, it is another session of the Question Live Show with your host, moi, Verona Willis-Brown. That is me. Yes. So I want to say welcome to another episode. Here we inspire, we empower, we encourage, but most of all, we support each other. Absolutely, we support each other. And I welcome your story. I welcome your book, your work in progress, whatever you have out there. This is a space where you come on in so we could build together, so we could grow together, but most of all, support each other. Because when we support each other, we will have a better community. When we support each other, we will have a better world. When we support each other, we will become stronger as a people, as a nation. So I just want to say, as your host, it is my pleasure. Every time I show up to serve you. You often hear me say this, that when we show up, we are not showing up for ourselves, but we are showing up for our family, we are showing up for our community, and we are showing up for generations to come. So yes, when we show up, we must show up with a mentality that we are coming to serve, and serve with a pureness of our hands and our mind and our heart. So I like to show up to serve. I also times said I am just a little servant, a little girl coming from Jamaica that live to serve. Absolutely. So with that said, I want to welcome you to another episode of the Question Live Show. Now you see the topic over there. If you don't see the topic, go back and see the topic, because if you are wearing the wrong shoes, you might want to double check now before we go any further. And fix your shoe, tie your lace, whatever you got to do. Let's get this together. Now, let me roll right into it, where I want to say that if this is your first time tuning in, seeing me, hearing me, never heard of the Question Live Show before, I want to say welcome to you. Now, if this is your first time, I ask you just to put in the comment section right there, put that it is your first time. If you're shy, then that's okay. I'm shy too. I'm just going to be shy with you because, sometimes we get so shy, we don't want to put that we are first timers, and you don't want to stand up, you don't want to raise your hand, but that's okay. That is okay. Now, listen, for those who are returning, I just want to say welcome back. Yes, for another episode of the Question Live Show. Now, new newbies, we call them the newbies or the first timers. Listen, here we have some rules. So don't let the word rules kind of like hurt your heart or let you start sweating, okay? They're baby rules, they're baby house rules. Very simple rules, Rules are everywhere. Anywhere you go, there are rules. Whether you come to my house, I go to your house. Whether you go to church, whether you go to the temple, whether you go to school, whether you go to church, wherever you go, there are rules all around the world. So this is no different. It's just rules. What is that rule? Well, see, we have that rule. 1, 2, 3, 3.5, 4, sometimes 5 rules. Absolutely. If you can obey 5 things, you're good, right? 5 rules. And they are very, very, very simple. The first one is, if you are looking at me or you are listening to me and I spotlight your name on the screen, or I call your name by acknowledging that you are in the audience, simply mean you. Yes, you. You are in the live audience. So if you're in the live audience, I ask you to just look down on the bottom. You see the share button. When you see the share button, you just click it. And when you click it, you are going to just share it and invite someone else to come on in. Come on in the room so we could sit and dine together. Now, sharing the live is like sharing fresh food that just come out of the oven or off the stove, the one that your mama cooked, the one that is now your favorite meal. And we would love to share, don't we? Yes. And if you are watching this and I don't highlight your name, don't acknowledge you, or you want to be in the back hiding somewhere, but if I don't and you are watching the replay, just hashtag replay. Yeah, hashtag replay. And when you hashtag replay, look again right there for the share button and you click it and you share it and you invite someone else to come in and dine with you. What is replay? Replay is like getting a leftover food. And you know, sometimes some leftover food do taste good, honey. Yes, some leftover food do taste good. And we want to share that as well. Because if the food is good, you share the food. That's it. And because, you know, cliche, I might sound cliche when I said sharing is caring, but sharing is not just caring. Sharing is a part of us. Sharing is inside of us, and caring is a part of us as well. So we want to intermingle those two, put them together, and we want to let them work together and share. Absolutely, we want to do just that and share. Now that is just rule number 1. Rule number 2, grab yourself something to write with, whether it is a pen, a pencil, a marker, a crayon, whatever it is. Maybe it is a piece of feather. Now, if it is a piece of feather, you might want to get some ink or some paint to dip it into scribble, scrabble, go. Yes. And when you do that, you want to get yourself a notebook or a piece of paper. Now, if you don't have that, you might want to grab your electronic devices and utilize the blank space that's in there. That is the notepad section, honey. And if you don't have a notepad section in your devices, just go on your phone and text back to yourself. Absolutely, text back to yourself. Now, you must be questioning, Verona, what is it that you're telling us to write down and text to ourselves and all that stuff? All I'm telling you is that here we drop juicy content and golden nuggets, and I encourage you to write them down. Absolutely. For a couple of reasons. When we write things down, we are extracting the very thoughts out of our head and we are putting them on paper so we can see them, so they're more visible, so they can become reality. Absolutely. And then we manifest things faster. You know, some people work better with visual. Yes, that's one reason. And then here, when you write one word down, that one word could turn into a sentence, another sentence, and that sentence turn into a paragraph, and a paragraph, and a paragraph. And then what happens? It becomes a page, and it takes the entire page. Now you have page and page and page and page. Now, as a result of you doing that, you might just end up with a book. Yes, you might just end up with a book, because book are something that we write from our story, and we got stories inside of us. Remember, all you got to do is to know that when you write your story, it might be somebody else's solution. So yes, so that's just rule number 2. Rule number 3 is grab yourself something to drink, whether it is water, wine, tea, or juice, maybe a smoothie or some porridge, whatever is it that you drink, some broth maybe. Whatever is it that you drink, grab it. Yes, when you grab it, look for the comment section again and put it in the comment section. Absolutely, put it in the comment section. Let me know what is it that you're drinking. Not that I want to be nosy to know what you're drinking on this very weekend, but I'm just saying that when you come show up with your drink, I raise my glass to you. And when I raise my glass, you raise your cup, your spoon, whatever it is that you raise, I am raising in celebrating you. I would like to celebrate your small wins, your big wins, whatever it is that you're celebrating. Maybe it is a graduation, maybe it is a wedding, maybe it's a proposal, maybe you just met someone, whatever the case is, maybe you got to another level of discovering you. Whatever it is, we like to celebrate here. Now, I encourage you to get some water. Drink water. Absolutely drink water. Why? Water quenches the thirst. Water hydrates the body and water flush the system. Absolutely. Me personally, I like to drink water because I believe in miracle. And why I said that? Because Jesus turned water into wine, and I show up with my water all the time. But tonight, no, I am not showing up with my water. I am showing up with my pineapple and ginger drink. Yes, I am. I am showing up with that as well. Now, next thing, why I asked you to drink something, because I am back here. I am doing all the talking, and I ask you please to drink on my behalf. It is a form of support. When it is a form of support, that is how we support each other. I drink, I talk, you drink. Hey, what a deal this is. Absolutely. So yes, yes, yes. Now, the next thing is, if you need to use the bathroom, whether it is to the right or to the left, wherever your bathroom is located, go. No, use the bathroom, and then you're going to come right back. And when you come right back, you're going to get your seat right here, which is reserved with your name stamp on it. See, when you come with your name stamp on it, nobody can take your seat, because just like the seat of life, your name is stamped. It is personalized seat. Your name is sitting right there. And once your name is sitting right there, your gifts, your talents, your expectations, your goals, your destiny, your purpose is on there. Now, we don't want to give up our seat, because what is there inside of our purpose and our destiny is greatness. And if we give up our seed, honey, we are giving up our birthright. And we are not in the business of giving up no birthright. Mm-mm. So go grab your seat. Yes, grab your seat and have your seat right here, and you sit down. Now, for those of you who went on to the bathroom, don't forget to come right back. And when you come right back, just come on with yourself and sit down. Now, you know, ladies, anywhere we go, there's always a line. So I hope wherever you are, there is no line, so you don't delay for coming back from the bathroom. The next one is this. Now, this one is really like a baby, baby, baby. If I say something to you and it resonates in your mind or in your heart somewhere, just put a yes in the comment section. That is showing me that you are following. That is showing me that you are with me. It is showing me that you are learning a thing or two. So yes, put it right there. And the last of the baby thing is, it's not really a rule. It's just something I want to say that, listen, this is not a monologue. Mm-mm. No, monologue simply means I'm talking to myself, talking to myself. This is a dialogue between you and I. So I say something, I expect a reply. I ask a question, I expect a reply, right? So we want to share information. So by all means, when I ask something, when I ask a question, of course, the show is called The Question. I might ask you a question, and I would suggest you type the answer in the comment section. But of course, if you are shy, you want to be on the back, if you want to be on the back seat where nobody can see you, that's okay too. We don't judge nobody here. So by all means, do what pleases thyself. Okay? So here we go with tonight's episode. What is it that we are going to talk about? What is it that we are going to talk about? So we are ready to roll into tonight's episode. What is it that we are going to talk about? Let's see. Let's see. Yes. We are going to talk about wearing the wrong shoes. Ding, 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 ding. Wearing the wrong shoes. And I did something tonight. It wasn't deliberate, but somehow I put this on, and then when I put this on, because I wanted to be feeling cool and sexy tonight, I put this on, and when I put this on, I realized that I almost look at the lady on my earring. I almost dressed like her. It was not planned. No, it was not planned. But when I finished and I look in the mirror, I'm like, ooh, girl, This is a whole story today. Absolutely. Y'all know I'm here. I love stories. So this is a whole story between my earring and my dressing for tonight. Sometimes you just don't plan things, but sometimes the divine just work things out in your favor. And sometimes it just show up and just do some stuff and just leave you to say, do you remember that thing, like the things that make you say, right? So you're like, how did that happen? And then you have another say that, did I do that? Uh-huh. See, I didn't do anything. I didn't plan that. You know how I do my earrings all the time. And you can see tonight I'm a little bit extra. Yes. I'm a little bit extra tonight. So absolutely. Yeah. So I realized we dress alike tonight. And this is very funny because somehow I feel like it's intertwined with the topic here tonight, where I'm like, you are walking in the wrong shoes. Stop wearing the wrong shoes. Uh-huh. Now, growing up, we got our shoes as baby. We didn't have a say. We just wear what we got. Our parents just put on our feet what they have. And we didn't have a say, whether we wear our socks or shoes. We didn't have a say. Mm-mm. Babies don't have a say. Baby just lay down and be cute. And babies don't have a say. So parents go buy the shoes. They're like, oh, these are some cute shoes. These will look nice on my baby. These will look nice on my baby. And we buy the shoes. Come home, baby, twiddle their toes, put their toes in there, and they just going about their business. Huh? But as we got older, we are growing up in age now. We are growing up. We are growing up inside mastery. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I never miss my seat in here. No, do not miss your seat. Oh, that Yasmin. Oh, Yasmin, you don't change your name, girl. Oh, this is a good storyline here tonight. Yes, yes. Don't Your seat is VIP, honey. Yes, I show from yes, from me. Yes. Lord of mercy. We your seat is VIP. I try to tell you, if they're in the bathroom, they're missing their VIP ticket. Yep, you want to have your VIP seat. You want to be up front. So yeah, so we talking about stop wearing the wrong shoes, honey. Because let me tell you, when we start getting out of baby stage, and when we get out of baby stage and we start growing, we start seeing a shoe that we like. We're like, oh, mom, can we have that shoes? Mom, buy it. Dad, can we have that shoes? Dad, buy it. So our parents buy the shoes that we start asking for, right? Because we see something, and then our children get into this name brand, and then they see sneakers come out, and they're like, "Ooh, I want that sneakers," and they got it somehow. Some of them got it, some of them don't, huh? So they see the nice sneakers, and sneakers always come out, and you see them line up in stores to get these fancy dancy sneakers, right? And they hope that when they get those sneakers, they got the correct shoes, because they're going to pay some money to get these correct shoes. So we want to talk about stop wearing the wrong shoes. Now, as we get older, we're growing up, and ladies, I know me personally, I love my heels, honey. Yep, I love my heels. But if you don't know how to work the heels, just don't wear it. Just don't wear the heels, period. Just don't wear it, right? So as we got into our adult age and teenage years and all that stuff, we got to put on some heels, and we going about our business, and we looking fancy dancing in our heels. Some like their sneakers, some like their sandals, some like their heels, some like their boots. Everybody have different tastes when it comes to shoes. Everybody got different tastes. Summer is here. So I personally love to put on my sandals because summer is here. All winter, my feet are up in some boots. Once you say summer, I was like, freedom. I put my sandals on. I don't hear nothing. I don't see nothing. It's just me, my sandals, the sun, and we gone. But many times do we know that sometimes we put on the wrong shoes? We put on the wrong shoes, honey. Yes, we do. Why would we put on the wrong shoes? I'll let you think about that. Yes, I know. I see. I see. Yes, ma'am, I see. And that is so good. When you get upgrade, that is called upgrading, darling. That is upgrading. That is upgrading. And that's what we're all about, is to upgrade ourselves. Yes, indeed. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, why would we want to wear wrong shoes? That is the question. Why would we want to wear wrong shoes? I'm not saying stop wearing the wrong shoes, because many people around, they're wearing the wrong shoes. Did they go to the store and buy two different shoes? As children, we tend to put on our parents' shoes and we try to walk in it. As children, we tend to put on our shoes, left foot, right foot, and we try to walk in it. But we are taught what is the right foot and what is the left foot. Which shoes go on the right foot, which shoes go on the left foot. But somehow we get to a point. I see people watching here over the watermelon tree. Come down, welcome. We welcome you. Do not just sit underneath the watermelon tree and sit there twiddling your thumbs and trying to spy and all that stuff. Come on in here. We welcome new people. We are a family in here. We are a family. We welcome you. Don't hold back. Don't sit there and say you don't feel like you're enough, that you're not welcome. You are very much welcome here. We are one big family. Come on in. Come on in the room. Don't be shy. Don't pop in and pop out. Don't pop in and pop out, because I'm going to know that you're still there. So whether you pop in and just like, I don't know. If you pop in, come on in. Don't just stand by the door or stand by the window and pop in and try to look out of one eye. We welcome you. There's no judgment here. We welcome you. So come on in the room. Why are you sitting there with your watermelon underneath the tree, twiddling your toe? What? No, just come on in here. Oh, maybe some people are wearing the wrong shoes. Yeah. You see what happened? I'm going to give you a couple of words here tonight, because we are going to go into this where I'm telling you, stop wearing the wrong shoes. Some are intended and some are not intended, because sometimes when we wear the wrong shoes, and sometimes we rush. We get it ready in the morning and we're rushing and we put on two different shoes. You know, there was a story with Chelsea Clinton, everybody who knows her. That's the former President Clinton's daughter. She had on two different shoes and she just went on about her business, not realizing she had on two different shoes. And she just went on to do interviews with her two different shoes, not realizing she had on two different shoes. Apparently, well, maybe they're two different colors. Apparently, she bought two different colors in the same shoe, and she just put them on. But anyhow, y'all know my story, because we're going to go into some words. Y'all know my story. I came from a very big family, a family of 12. I grew up with a family of 12. So somewhere along the line, I get to wear somebody's shoes. I get to wear my sister's shoes somehow, you know. Why? Because she outgrown her shoes, and then I get the hand down. Right, I get the hand down. So if you're from a big family and you were in that position to wear the hand down stuff, yeah, put your hand up, wave to me, and let me know that, Verona, you're not alone on this, honey. You are not alone. So yes, put your hand up, wave to me, put up an emoji, something saying, yeah, I had me some hand down too. Yep. I got me some hand down and I had to wear them, because what happened? There were 12 of us, not 12 girls, but there were 5 girls. There were 5 girls. So because there were 5 girls, if you have a clothes Hand it down when you're outgrown it. Once it's in good condition and sometimes they're not. Hand down the clothes, hand down the shoes, because I'm not buying that, okay? But let me tell you something. You gotta get those and you appreciate them because you know that you don't know when you're gonna get a brand new one. But that's not what I'm talking about. You see, I like to talk about my story because I'm the only one that's entitled to talk about my story, not you. I can talk about my story. I'm going to give you 5 words. 5 words. Pretend, process, passion, pride, and purpose. 5 words. You know I like to give some 5 or something, 5 things. I'm into the number 5. 5 words I just gave you. But before I get into those words, you see, when I talk about that, have you ever heard a saying that says, have you ever heard, thank you so much, sis, thank you so much. Have you ever heard a saying that you don't know my story unless you walk into my shoe? Or you got to walk into my shoe to know what I'm talking about? That simply means you can't tell me that you understand what I am going through until you walk in my shoe. So we hear this all the time. These are saying that we hear all the time. You can't understand me unless you walk into my shoe. But let me tell you something about some people that's walking in another person's shoe. Those are people who are copying somebody else. Those are people who are peeping Tom. Those are people who are competing. Those are people who are sitting there not being themselves, but they're trying to be somebody else. You're walking in the wrong shoe. If you are sitting there and you're copying somebody, we talked about this before, copying and pasting. If you're copying somebody for the right reason to be inspired, because you're looking at them and they are now your mentor, they're your counselor, they're your help. We talk about that, and their help. Listen, that is good. But when you're just copying them out of spiteful behavior, when you're just copying them because you don't know who you are, when you're just copying them because you don't know your passion, when you're copying them because you don't know your purpose, when you're copying them because you fail to understand that you are a pretender, when you're copying them because out of pride you don't want to say you don't know something, when you're copying them because you don't want to follow the process, you are not being yourself. You're walking in the wrong shoes. You're walking in the wrong shoes. You're wearing the wrong shoes. So if you're wearing the wrong shoes when you're doing all of this, it's because you're wearing somebody else's shoe. If the shoe fit, they say, wear it. Simply mean if you got a pair of shoe and it fits you, you wear it. But you don't try to get my shoe. Do you know the story of Cinderella? Where Cinderella and her stepsisters and the glass shoe, the glass slipper? Okay. If you don't know the story, then we're going to have to go back to that story. And the right, yeah, yes, the world is getting crazy with this copy and pasting. Because they need to stop wearing the wrong shoe. Everyone cannot be wearing the same shoe. How does that even look? How does that even feel? That does not feel right, because if I'm saying I want to wear Yasmin's shoes and I wear the wrong size, a couple of things will happen to me. If Yasmin wear a bigger size than I do, I am going to fall over because the shoe's going to be too big for me to go in. If Yasmin wear a smaller size shoes than my shoe size, it's going to squeeze my toe, and we are going to get some bunions, we're going to get some corns. and all that pain on our toe. Let me tell you something. That is not a nice thing to have pain on your toe, because the pain will travel up and it's going to get to your brain. And we want to make conscious decision. And when we're in pain, we don't make conscious decision. Absolutely not. Stop wearing the wrong shoes. Stop wearing the wrong shoes. Let us stop wearing the wrong shoes. Let us seek to find what is our passion. Let us seek to find what is our purpose and wear the right shoes. Because your purpose is personalized. My purpose is personalized. So you cannot fit in my purpose. My purpose shoes is my purpose shoes. Oftentimes we look around and we see people saying that they want to be like somebody. Absolutely not. Someone is your help. We talk about this before. Someone is your help because they inspire you. But you cannot want to be like somebody. Somebody is your help because they're your mentor. Somebody is your help because they're your coach. Somebody is your help because they're your counselor. But guess what happened? You can't be like that person. Oh, yes. Ingrown nails will get you in the wrong shoes, honey. The wrong shoes. These things will happen to you when you wear the wrong shoes. Drop it right there. Anybody, yes, you're watching this and you know the effect of wearing the wrong shoes. Put it in the comment section. What are some of the things that happen when you wear the wrong shoes? Put it in the comment section. Right. Put it in the comment section. Ingrown nails. Now me, I like to let you know I got very nice feet. I do. I got very nice feet. And sometimes some foot fetish out there just be looking at my feet. I got very nice feet, so I don't want all these things on my feet. So I try to get my right size. Yes. Be the best version of yourself only. Only be the best version of yourself. Good night, Sister Marianne. Good night. Good morning. Good morning. I like to be me. So I like to wear my shoes. I don't even want to borrow my sister's shoes. No. My mama taught me not to borrow anything because she said if you borrow something and anything goes wrong with it, you're going to have to get two. Simply mean you have to go buy one for yourself and buy one for the person that you borrow from. So I don't want to borrow anything. I don't want to borrow nobody's shoes. Not even when we wear the same size. I'd rather go barefooted. Nope. We all got ourselves. We all got given talents. So we need to get that switch and switch it on and stop wearing the wrong shoes. Wear your own shoes. Wear your own shoes. That's it. You wear the sneaker and the heels at the same time. You wear the sandal and a boot at the same time. When we're sitting there wearing a sneaker and a sandal, we're wearing a boot and a heels, we're wearing a boots and a sneakers. That's two different shoes. And then better yet, it is not only two different shoes, it is somebody else's shoes. It is somebody else's shoes. Yes. So let us stop doing this. We got to come to a point where we stop doing this. We got to come to a point where we acknowledge the fact that we are individual. We are individual. We got individual sizes. We got individual shape on our toes. We got individual feet. My feet are not your feet. So please, let us come to this point of understanding that our purpose on this earth is to seek to find out who we are and be the best version of ourselves. That is our sole purpose. Our sole purpose is to find out ourselves, is to tap into our gifts, tap into our talent, and go out there and utilize it and replenish the earth. That is our purpose. Our purpose is not walk around with pride and act like we know it all. Our purpose is not walk around with pride to say that, oh, let me not ask for help. No. No. Stop wearing the wrong shoe, because when you wear the wrong shoe, you're going to have either some pain, as Yasmin said, some ingrown nails, some bunions, some corns. Your feet start shaping all sort of different ways because you're wearing the wrong shoes. Don't try to get my shoes. You will not have a good balance when you wear somebody else's shoes. Why? It is different balance also. Absolutely. Because I could wear my heels nicely. And here comes somebody else looking at my heel like, oh, I want them shoes that Verona is wearing. I want her shoes. You can't want my shoes because then maybe you don't know how to stand in those heels. Maybe you don't know how to walk in those heels. Maybe you just don't know how to put your feet in those heels. So you can't want my shoes. Now, if you go to the store, you try to buy one that look like mine, then go right ahead. But yet you still won't walk in it the way I walk in it, because I will walk different. My steps are different. My process is different. My story is different. All about me is different. I am different from you. You are different from me. So you cannot just buy the shoes because I got the shoes and you want to be in my footstep. Honey, let me tell you something. Never you try to be in somebody's footstep because you do not want to absorb their story. You do not want to go through that process. So my encouragement is find you. Find yourself. Find yourself. While you do that, find yourself, darling. Yes. Find yourself. Find your rightful size. Find your rightful size. There was a Jamaican singer that sang named Stitchy. He said, young girl, wear your size. Wear your size. Do not try to wear somebody else's size and somebody else's shoes. Let Yasmin wear her heels and you wear your sneakers. If you can run in your heels, run in your sneakers. If you can run in your heels, run in it. If Yasmin can run in her heels, let she run in her heels. If Yasmin can run in her jogging shoes, let you run in her jogging shoes. If you can run in your sandals, you run it in your sandals. Don't try and take one of Yasmin's feet, one of her shoes. No. Absolutely not. You will lose out on your purpose and you will lose out on your destiny, because why? A couple of things will happen. You don't want to follow the process. And it's very sad. It's very sad unto the creator when you don't want to follow the process to be your best version. It is a very sad situation when you try to be somebody else and you try to wear their shoes because you don't want to follow the process. Why? You weren't taught. God created all of us differently. And each opportunity that we get, he wants to smile to see that Yasmin is becoming her best version. Marianne is becoming her best version. Verona is becoming her best version. But now if Verona is trying to walk in Yasmin's shoes, God is saying, hey, Verona, what is the problem? You got 2 feet, and those 2 feet are yours. Think about this thing consciously, audience. Think about it consciously. Can you take off one of your foot and put on mine? Are we just going to exchange foot here? Are we going to be exchanging food for you to wear my shoes? You cannot wear my shoes. Are we exchanging? No, we're not exchanging. Because God gave you my 2 feet, God gave you your 2 feet. You have to be careful of how we develop this mentality that we want to wear somebody else's shoe. We have to be very careful of this decision, whether it's in our mind or physically. So we want to be very, very careful, because when we are wearing our shoes, absolutely, when we are wearing our shoes, we want to buy comfortable shoes. We want to make sure that our feet are comfortable, that when we are going, we are comfortable going. Yep, we are going on our journey. Comfortable. Because now if you get one of my foot, what would happen? You got 2 different feet. And I believe that is uncomfortable. Yeah, that is very much uncomfortable. Absolutely. So let us be careful. I need for you to take a moment, audience, take just a quick moment and just pause. Look at your feet. Look at your feet. If anyone wears my shoes, I can't wear. Listen, Sister Marion, let me tell you, my mother taught us this a long time ago. I told you I like to tell my story. A long time ago, she said, if you go anywhere and somebody put their feet in your shoes, you will not be wearing that again. And if you go somewhere and put your feet in somebody else's shoe, be sure you need to not do that again. So vice versa. If you wear my shoe, I don't want it. I'm not wearing that shoe again. Absolutely, I'm not wearing that shoe again. Don't put your feet in my shoe. I'm not even giving you the permission to like, oh yeah, you can wear my shoe. What? No. If I tell you you could wear my shoes, that simply means you could have it. So adults with this kind of behavior, you got to check your feet. Take a moment and look down on your feet right now. Look down on your feet and look at your toes. Look at your ankle. Look at just your feet. Look at the shape of your feet. Look at everything about your feet. Those are yours. Those are your feet. Do you see my name on your feet? Do you see Yasmin's name on your feet? Do you see Yasmin's feet there? No. If you look at your feet, I told you this over and over, that everything about you is personalized. When God created you, you got a personal stamp. Boop, that is you. My hands are mine. No one can duplicate them. My feet are my feet. No one can duplicate them. My face is my face. No one can duplicate it. My entire body. No one can duplicate me. And this is why we got to understand that we should not compete with each other. Yeah, I refuse to do it. I refuse to do it. Like, no, you see, as I mentioned this earlier, as a little girl growing up, we had to do it because it was the hand down of our siblings. Yes, my sister, we have to hand down. The older siblings had to hand down their clothes, so we had to wear their clothes. Yeah, but I grew up, and now I'm like, nope, this is mine. No. I'm not wearing your clothes. So no matter where I go, I'm not wearing your clothes. Don't try to share your clothes with me, because what you got to understand, anything that you share with me, you are sharing you. You are sharing you with me. Like, no, we're not going to do that. Not gonna do that. So when we look at our feet, we gotta look down. Look, take a moment. Just take a little moment. If you're not wearing socks, that's perfect. But if you're wearing socks and shoes, Take off your socks and your shoes and look down. Just put the feet out, look at your toes, twiddle your toes, look at the vein going in your feet, look at it, look at how pretty your feet are, because what? God made your feet just for you. So whatever shoe you purchase, that is for you. Don't try to steal somebody else's shoes. Because you're buying a shoe like mine, that's fine. But when you try to steal somebody's shoes, simply means you're wearing the wrong shoes. We don't want to do that. Audience, we don't want to do that. So I asked this question. How can we, take a moment and just look at your feet before I ask this question. Take a moment, just take a solid moment and look consciously, take a moment and examine your feet. Examine them. Look at the bottom, look at the collar, look at your toes, look at your ankle. Just look at your feet. Examine your feet. And when you do that, I now ask the question, how can we be the best version of ourselves by wearing somebody else's shoe? That is the question I ask you, audience. You can put an answer in the comment section, or you can just answer it to yourself. My intention here, my expectation here, that when you come here, you learn a thing or two. Because we all have expectation and we all have intention, we all have goals, purpose, and our destiny to reach. But one thing I desire for myself and for you is that we discover our authentic self. Is that we be the best version of ourselves. Is that each opportunity that we get, we must evolve into the best version of ourselves. That when we show up, we are showing up for us, for the best version. When we are working towards our destiny, we are working towards it for the best version of ourselves. We are working towards our destiny for the betterment of us individually, then collectively. But I ask this question, how can we be our authentic self? How can we be the best version of ourselves when we are wearing the wrong shoe? Find your rightful shoe. Find your shoe with your destiny, your shoe with your goals, your shoe with your gifts, your talents. Because you see what happened when we wear the wrong shoes, because we don't know who we are. We don't know that our shoes is not ours. We see shoe piled up and we just pick one and wear it. But we got to know which one belongs to us. So when we wear the wrong shoe, it's because we're still trying to find out who we really are. When we wear the wrong shoe, we still trying to find our purpose on this earth. When we wear the wrong shoe, it's because we don't know where we are going. We still don't see the clarity of our destiny. So I encourage you, if you are wearing the wrong shoe tonight, if you are wearing the wrong shoe tonight, take a moment, get a mirror, look in the mirror, look at yourself. Look at yourself and ask yourself this question. Who am I? And what is my purpose here? Just be you. But Marian, they can't be themselves because they don't know who they are. They don't know who they are. And that is the reason why they're wearing somebody else's shoe. Look in the mirror. Find a mirror. Every opportunity, every waking moment is that moment to look at yourself. Look at yourself. Find you. Look at the mirror and ask this question: who am I? Your degree does not define who you are. Your position in politics does not define who you are. No. Your leadership role is not who you are. No. Those are accomplishments and titles. Take a moment. Look in the mirror. Of every waking moment is an opportunity for us to go within and find our best version of ourselves, to work on self-development, develop ourselves, and wear our rightful shoes. My gifts are not your gifts. My gifts are twiddling on my toes, because when I walk upright, I walk in righteousness. Maybe you don't walk in righteousness, so why would you want to wear my shoe? Maybe I walk in purity. Maybe you don't walk in purity, so why would you want to wear my shoe? Stop wearing the wrong shoe. Wearing the wrong shoe will equal to, we mentioned a few things: ingrown toenails, pain of some sort, bunions and corns, deformity of the feet. Wearing the wrong shoes will allow you to fall along the way, or don't even let you move. Wearing the wrong shoe is telling you that you need to find you. So let us come to a point where we stop wearing the wrong shoe. Do not wear a heels and boots and sandals and heels. Do not try to wear Yasmin's shoe. Do not try to wear Marion's shoe. Do not try to wear my shoe. Do not try to wear somebody else's shoe. But search yourself. Search and find your gifts and your talents. You see, when we are searching for ourselves is not in somebody else. When we are searching for ourselves is inside our destiny. Ourself is personalized. Go back and ask God, God, who am I? We oftentimes get lost around the fact that so many things is in front of us. We got all these things appearing in front of us. We got social media. We got this one whispering in our ears. We got one talking. We got so many things. And when we find ourselves wrapped around these things, somewhere in all the chaos, we got to stop and listen to the sound that is whispering from the inside, calling your name. That is your destiny. We oftentimes find ourselves making decisions based on limited belief. We oftentimes find ourselves making decisions based on what our family says. We oftentimes find ourselves making decisions of cultural, traditional, generational stuff. We oftentimes find ourselves in these positions. But it is time that we come to terms of ourselves. It is time that we come to terms of acknowledging that everything about us is personalized. Whether it is 10 generations ago, it comes back down to you. We all got to make personal decisions, because at the end of the day, your destiny is not live and is not tied on to your great, great, grand nobody. It is not tied on to your forefathers, your foreparents. Your destiny is not tied on to the culture that you were born into. Your destiny is not tied on to the tradition that were poured into you. Your destiny is lie inside of you. And it is personalized. Keep your shoes. Find them first. Find your shoes. Find your rightful shoes. And don't feel that pain of somebody else's. Find your shoe. Because finding your shoes and keeping them, wearing them as comfortable as you can be, that will result in you being the best version of yourself. I encourage you to be the best version of yourself. Don't be the best version of somebody else. Because when you try to be the best version of somebody else in their shoe, you're diminishing your value. When you try to be the best version of somebody else, you're cheating on your destiny. When you try to be the best version of somebody else, your purpose is now gone. And then, what is it? You embarrass your creator. You shame your creator because you are not showing up as yourself. I love my feet. I love to be comfortable. Now, when I'm comfortable, when I'm in my clothes or my shoes, honey, they're mine. Why? I purchased them. Huh. What is purchased? For you is for you. But let me tell you, your creator already paid for it all. Find them. It's like hide and seek. Don't play hide and seek. Find them. It's already paid for. Go ahead. Be the best version of yourself. I want to thank you so much, Yasmin and Marion, and for those who are in the back or underneath the watermelon tree or putting your feet somewhere and you're in the back sitting on the fence that you did not want to show up so we could know that you're here. We still want to say thank you for showing up. Don't be shy. We're family. So I want to say thank you so much. Yes, I like this. Yes, keeping my shoes and be the best version of me. Absolutely. Because, Yasmin, AI Insight Mastery, master that. Yeah, you cannot be the best version of nobody else. Absolutely. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Never ever try to be the best version of nobody else. Find your rightful shoes and wear them. So thank you so much for tuning in into this Friday night session of the Question Live Show as I raise my glass to you and I celebrate you. I celebrate you for finding your shoes and wearing them. Thank you so much for being here.